let's go into it. Put the volume up. Vereinsamt? I don't know. Part 2, The Secret of the Diagonal. Oh yeah, because of course, on the island...
I have a question.
Because of course, on the island at the moment, it is the Manus versus the Foundation trying to get control over the people of the island. And the Manus has put some of the blame on the Foundation at the moment. So, I think that was what happened last time we checked in on the island. We only checked in a little bit in chapter 6, we did. Baby 37.
Why don't people like the irrational numbers?
Oh, she's so cute. I love when they share their little children's shells. They're so cute. The woman turns around, gazing her daughter with warm affection.
Do you feel the same about them, 37? Maybe a little?
37 looks down and kicks away a pebble.
You see, Mama, I can count to 3 and to 17, but I can never count to something like 0.0100100001000001, let alone use it in calculations.
That's so fucking cute.
The endless non-repeating decimals would make a mess of the results, and I can't keep the equations as simple and elegant as I want.
But your favorite, the circle. The ratio of its circumference to diameter is also an irrational number, is it not?
Pi is special. I know how it was found and what it represents, so I trust it and use it in my calculations. The same with e, logarithm 2, and root 2, but not many irrational numbers of this convenient to work with.
She's so adorable, I'm sorry.
Some have no patterns, no simplest forms, and no end. I can't work out their digits, write them out, or calculate them.
She sounds like she's whining, it's so cute.
Not only are they impossible to pinpoint on the number axis, but there's an infinite amount of these irrational numbers. What's so funny, Mama?
You're a clever, silly goose, my dear.
Oh.
You don't dislike them. You just don't understand them enough.
Leaning down, she picks up a soggy twig. Her hand moves, sliding the tip of the twig across the sand. 4 equal perpendicular lines are drawn, with 2 more diagonal lines intersecting in the middle. It is the shape of the familiar square.
Take our old friend root 2, for instance. The irrationality of this number can be proven through basic arithmetic, as it cannot be expressed as an irreducible fraction of integers a over b.
Love, I'm not good at maths. Last time I did maths, I actually cried. And I failed. Okay, I didn't fail. I barely passed. I barely passed. Just barely. Oh, that was in college. So I'm not good with big words, mathematically big words. I need assistance.
A simple proof by contradiction is enough, with no knowledge of irrational numbers required. The presence of root 2 is prevalent in nature, and it is particularly noticeable along the diagonals of a square. This means...
Oh, I know. This means the system built solely on the ratio of integers was flawed.
Yes, root 2 is simple, elegant, and one of the greatest discoveries in mathematics. It showed the existence of infinite incommensurable numbers, with root 2 being the most obvious one to find. This was how the Tower of Old Ideas crumbled paving the way for revolutionary breakthroughs that catapulted mathematical analysis into uncharted frontiers. We discovered a kingdom beyond our traditional methods, one that's immeasurable, incommensurable, and inexhaustible.
I love big words. Love that.
And the key to its gates is hidden in plain sight, in the diagonal of a square.
A kingdom of irrationality.
The girl listens intently. As always, she understands quickly.
I see now, Mama. We are not all-knowing beings. There will always be numbers beyond our awareness, such as the nature of irrational numbers. So, if we get to know the irrational numbers better, we can be friends with them too. But you haven't told me why people on the island hate them. ...
The image of her mother's face fractures. Oh shit. But her smile is clear, gentle, quiet, and almost pitying.
Mama?
Oh shit. Sophia, hello, darling.
37. You're awake.
The girl sits upright in bed, her eyes staring into the air in dismay. That was cool. That was actually pretty cool. That showed us, like, the past events of chapter 5.
Sophia? How long was I out? You've been in a coma for a week.
Her words are cut off as 37 jumps off the bed, rushing her way out.
No, stop! You're not well yet! There's no time. I have to find 6. I have to tell them now. Our circle has been broken.
To be continued. That was short. That's short. I was expecting longer. Ugh. Grandma?
Now we've learned some manners in a payron, haven't we? Namely, to abstain from beans, never parcel off a loaf, and stay away from the white roosters on the road.
Ah, yes. Beans. Good manners.
It's been so long since we last talked about these things. How time does fly. This rusty brain of mine is struggling to keep up. We should have waited until dawn to light the candles. The sun would have mistaken the day for night and delayed its appearance in the morning. That way we would have had more time to talk.
I don't think that's possible.
Indeed. You possess a far greater understanding of the laws of nature than your ancestors. It's only natural that you wouldn't relate candlelight to sunrise. But for the people of earlier times, there was a commonly understood connection between the two. Did the trees not bear fruit after the Horn of Plenty was filled at the harvest festival? Did the field not wave with grain? Does the lighting of a match not illuminate the moon? It's human nature to try to understand the world. Of course, at that time, mistakes were made, and some phenomena were attributed to the wrong causes. Some theories were developed from false facts. It was a time of symbols, you see.
Such as?
The flower represented blessings and harvest. The Ouroboros, the eternal cycle. The hawk, wit and astuteness. And the soil, safety and protection. Aside from nature, the circle symbolized protection, the triangle, stability, and the triple helix, ascendance, change, and the unity of mind, body, and soul. As time went on, things became associated with one another, and more symbols were created.
It's not a very methodological approach. Ew.
You can see the cause and effect with your own eyes, dear. It's clear when something is related and when it isn't. If the outcome isn't what we expect, these symbols must be incorrect. But it's not their physical form that's wrong. Physical objects never lie. It's the meaning and concept given to them that are wrong, you see. Objects are just objects. A match is just a match, not the illuminator of the moon. An animal is just an animal. The circle and triangle are only shapes. And you are just you.
Thank you, Grandma. Are you ready to listen to Arcana speak her bullshit? I'm kidding. She doesn't always speak bullshit. Her voice is very nice to listen to, though. I still don't know the voice actress for Arcana. I need to search that up, because that is important to me. Oh, God. Part 2. The Blue and the Grey. No, there's an eyelash on my screen. Dot, dot, dot. How much longer?
Nothing's happening.
What do you mean? The whole truth is as crowded as ever. Ideas, noises, and arguments are all crammed into one space.
Miss Virgin, your attention, please.
You have purple skin. That is so fucking cool. Okay. You've got purple skin. And purple hair. Who are you? I need to know your name.
This is a public inquiry, and your answer determines the fate of you and your friends.
Are you like a guard? You have like armor on.
There will be a vote on your punishment, considering the leak of the island's coordinates and the damages caused by you and Manus Vindictae.
Fair enough.
Yet, in the past 2 hours, you've looked at your watch 10 times. Forgive me for being blunt. What could possibly bother you more than your sentence?
The storm.
My apologies.
A mocking click of the tongue can be heard from the crowd.
Let her look, 888. Doesn't it occur to you that time is also in the form of numbers?
Oh, 888.
Perhaps she's waiting for her lucky number to come.
His words cause a ripple of chuckles throughout the hall. Clearly, after hours of debate and discussion, this light-hearted moment brings a much-needed sense of relief.
Besides, what conclusions have the good people here made? We were brought together in this great hall today, for misfortunes have struck us in the past week. Manus followers were found dead in our sacred place, the Gorgon current was cut off, and a human army has invaded our land. There are also the territorial disputes, the threats from external powers, and the conflicts between our guests. As you can see, our guests have brought us quite the unexpected gifts. They will give us their explanations. But whose words should we trust? Those of the Foundation or Manus Vindictae?
Always the argument. He bows slightly, gesturing to the left of the stage.
I swear on the stone of truth that I have no knowledge of the League. We never gave any information to the humans. As we speak, the St. Pavlov Foundation is taking measures to mediate the territorial disputes from outside the island.
But you did report everything here to the Foundation. And you don't know what they did with the information, do you?
Right.
A questionable defense. A doubtful explanation. Why should we trust her? We all know that the Foundation is closely associated with the humans. They are the false friends of the Arcanists, with their crocodile tears and broken vows. While many may have changed over time, their nefarious human taint lingers. Besides, why should we seek collaboration and assistance from an organization that's 7 years behind us on the study of the emanation?
His words evoke a murmur of agreement.
But rush not, brothers and sisters. The moment of decision has not yet arrived. Let's give our old friend Manus Vindicte a fair and equal hearing before casting our pebbles into the pot.
See, I think the issue here, one of the issues here is that it's Arcana they're specifically talking to. And Arcana is basically kind of the leader of the Manus Vindicte at the moment. Vertin isn't the leader of the Foundation. we don't know what the hell's going on. We're just here to understand this island and figure things out and wondering why the Manus is here. To be honest, Vertin isn't the one that should be answering for this. It should be the higher-ups of the Foundation, so that we have the equal square of information from both. He stretches out his right hand, directing the audience's attention across the stage. On the right, there sits a quiet figure in black and blue. The beautiful, stunning Arcana. You know she's gonna fuck us up. Let's go.
Indeed. The Foundation's understanding of the emanation is 7 years behind ours.
Yes, love. Keep repeating yourself.
However, our Manus friends here are unable to speak at all, let alone understand complex mathematical principles. Please enlighten us, Miss Arcana. Why were swaths of your followers found dead at the door of our sacred place? Did our math lessons drive them to madness, causing them to bash their heads against the gates of truth like martyrs?
So it would seem. What?
Her quick and straight answer causes commotion in the crowd. Yet she only gently closes the book on her lap, uncaring of the suspicious stares around her.
One must confess that our followers were ill-prepared to take on the wisdom of the island. But we did come seek mutual development with sincerity. I trust you are aware of the assistance we have provided over the years in this world of matters, which you, though reluctantly, relied upon. As to this debate, I was once told a story that now seems fitting to recount.
Her gaze falls on the bench. Fair-haired judge has not spoken a word since the debate began. 6.
Pray, share with us.
Thank you kindly.
I need to know her
'Tis
voice
the
actress.
story of the circle. A young artist told it to me before I arrived on this island.
Okay.
In the ancient past, amid a world
Fearful.
of primitive instincts and ignorance, the first intelligent mind awakened. Overwhelmed by the enormity of nature and dismayed by its own insignificance, the creature was shaken to its core. In an act of defiance, it drew a magic circle, shielding its powerless self from the formidable world beyond. This was the first magic, when the primitive man mastered the pneuma within and wielded it against the relentless forces of nature. In that process, man hath gained a deeper understanding of the boundaries and limitations of its power. This is the tale of the first circle. The circle shielded us, and its protection benefits thee to this day. What I find intriguing in this story, man hath established its existence, recognized its boundaries, and learned the purpose of life, all by relying upon this very circle.
Bang. The whole gate bursts open. The intruder with a small figure leans weakly against the doorframe. 37 has arrived.
37.
All eyes are fixed on the young girl. Some have even risen to their feet in surprise. The leader on the bench breaks the silence.
What's wrong, 37?
The island.
Her pale lips tremble, struggling to get the words out.
Our island has fallen ill.
Even the slightest sound is gone. An eerie silence descends upon the whole. Thud. Another dull, muffled thump, as if something struck a hard surface. But it's enough to get the rest of the crowd to their feet. They look up at the roof. The thud came from up there. Thud, 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 thud. More thumps follow. It's as if the hole has turned into a drum, with an out-of-control drummer playing frantically on the dome.
Ah! What is going on? Is that a hailstorm?
No, I don't think so.
Standing outside the gate, the numberless corrector looks up at the sky. Being barred from entering the hole, she can see bare from where she stands.
Those are Abraxases falling from the sky.
Oh shit! Another look at the watch. It's become something of a habit over the last few hours. This is it. The long-anticipated moment has finally arrived.
It's the storm. The storm of this era is here.
Ooh. Ooh. Of course, to be continued. Fucking hell. Okay, let's look at my lovely group here. Guys. Right. Okay. We'll give it a whirl. We'll give it a whirl. We'll give it a whirl. Part 3. Bring the gavel down. Well, shit.
Miss Verton, did you just say the emanation has happened?
No, it's gonna happen.
Just now? More precisely, its 24-hour countdown has begun. There's always a buffer period before the storm, during which the storm syndrome gradually spreads from the critical point across the globe. The symptoms are different every time, and we have yet to discern a pattern. With the help of Laplace Scientific Computing Center, the best we can do now is to send a 24-hour warning prior to the storm.
And we're counting down now.
Another minute has passed.
The hall is once again filled with the whispers of the white robes. On this island dedicated solely to the study of the emanation, the situation has far surpassed their imaginations.
Please remain seated, everyone. We are still in the middle of a vote. The emanation holds no influence on this island. The discussion must continue until a satisfactory conclusion is reached. No other subjects shall be brought up until then.
I think we're already seeing the symptoms of the storm affecting the island. 888. The Banshee, acting as custodian of the assembly, raised her voice, drowning out the arguments. Despite the unforeseen turn of events, she remains committed to her duty. The debate must go on.
Come here, 37. Can someone please bring her a blanket?
Irish? Irish? Did I hear a bit of Irish twang at the end of that sentence? Her voice softens as she looks at the frail, slender girl in front of her.
42. Go with Sophia and check on those Abraxases.
Believer 1. The man bows and leaves. Order is restored under the dome once more.
Ah, good news. Good news indeed.
Not exactly, but go on, mate.
We are freed from the pain of choosing whom to blame, are we not?
What?
The rhetorician raises a hand with a triumphant smile. Oh, thank you for connecting. You haven't done that in a while. Why are you connecting for? I should be good. I'm good. Oh! What the fuck? The fuck's going on with you today? What? There we go. As usual, he's offering a new perspective, or what some might call another attempt at stirring up the crowd.
The emanation is coming. The tides of Numa will pour from above and wash away all trivialities. By then, human intruders and the international powers of this era, along with the turmoil they brought, will all be dissolved and poured into the ditches like gunk. And we will regain our shores and return to the study of essence and forms.
His words are met with silence. The crowd is lost in thought, having long detached themselves from the phenomenal world. 210's words are striking a chord.
No, it's different this time.
The petite figure stands on her feet. She is pale as snow from her coma and did not bother to pull on the blanket given to her.
The island has fallen ill. It's getting bloated, stagnant, and sluggish, drifting into the world of matters where ignorance reigns. Soon, the tides of Numa will wash over us, sweeping away the fragments of the phenomenal world.
What did you say? In other words, we will all be taken by the emanation? This
This is unthinkable.
This is terrible news, one that nobody wants to hear right now. The impact is like a bomb going off. The crowd is buzzing with fearful whispers. Lady next to 37 stands up, still holding the unused blanket.
37, you just woke up from a coma. You're not well. Why don't you take another rest?
No time for that. I'm here to warn you. Apiron is gone. I can no longer sense it. This has never happened before.
Why are you so surprised, 37?
The question is asked softly, but it cuts like ice.
You should know the reason of its alienation. You brought outsiders to the sacred place. You betrayed the scripture's teachings and angered Apiron. Of course, I may have jumped to this accusation, as Manus Vindicte also intruded our sacred place without permission. People, as of now, there's no proof that the emanation will influence the island. 37's account is lacking.
Okay, so you're just gonna wait until the emanation will probably do something to the island. Just saying. Like...
And we are still plagued by suspicions, accusations, and the damages done to our home. We are to proceed with the hearing and reach a final verdict on both the Foundation and Manus Vindicte.
The attempt to refocus the assembly fails as half the audience turns their attention to the gate. Sophia has returned, standing hesitantly in front of the entrance.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I shouldn't have intruded the whole of truth, but...
Though irritated by the constant interruptions, the custodian immediately noticed her peculiar expression.
Sophia, weren't you and 42 checking on the Abraxases? What is the matter?
The corrector gestures in the air, her voice shaking.
The Abraxases don't look right. Their beaks, no, their entire heads are melting into oil paints. And 42, we were on the beach, suddenly he...
Her words trail off. Beyond the open gate, the screeching of the bird monsters completes her sentence. The other believer appears behind her, shoving Sophia aside as he fails and stumbles into the hall. His face is melting, colourful oil paints forming a puddle on the floor.
Now I see! It finally all makes sense! There never was the truth, nor the transcendental. Everything is a lie. Nothing but shadows on walls, flickers of fire and fragments of reality. No one will survive the oblivion. The island will be destroyed amid its conflict.
Ah, shit.
Is that the storm syndrome?
Yeah, the storm syndrome is definitely affecting the island, guys.
42, your face.
Completely disregarding those around him, he bursts into maniacal laughter, casting an arcane glow in his palms. He jumps onto his seat and knocks over a row of torches.
No!
Stop conversing with him. We must subdue him. Now.
Yo, what the fuck? Oh, thank you. Renewal reminder. I will, thank you. Oh yeah, it's gone past. Oh, this is lovely. Where's Druidus? There's my girlie. And we'll go to Medicine Market.
And now, I belong to this set.
I keep forgetting I don't have an Ezra one. Yeah, let's go with this.
Time for me to dance.
Mass attack, good.
My heart with the strings.
Loaded.
Let's put buff on
Time
that.
to check my calculation. In a second. Mushrooms.
No worries. The strings are not broken.
Leave it to me. Given that power from the soil. Intersect and divide.
I don't have a heal, so
It could be found.
My hands on the drums.
Intersect and divide.
Fast as lightning.
My mushrooms. Loaded. Leave it to me. The final demonstration.
fuck.
Take good care of yourself. Please cease resistance. Welcome to the world of numbers.
There we go. Okay.
No worries.
That's fine.
What interesting accident will happen next?
I'm here with everyone. Given that it could be found, an amazing discovery. Time to check my calculation. Form is above all. Mood. I look forward to our next cooperation.
Woo. There we go. Yes, we're an X first to the enemies at the end. God damn.
He has the storm syndrome. Please, listen everyone. 37 is right. Something's changed on this island. Your immunity to the emanation has been weakened.
42 lies motionless on the floor, his face still a mess of colorful paint. Fear and uncertainty quickly arises around him.
How? That's never happened in the last 8 times.
A feeble induction, my friend. Just because you've never seen a purple cow doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Must we talk of logic now? 42 has literally been emanated.
First the army, then the emanation. Everything's been falling apart since the outsiders arrived on this island. The Foundation and Manus Vindictae. One of them must answer for this.
Then you should also ask 37 and number 0 what they've done in the sacred place to anger Apeiron so much.
No, 37 didn't cause this. I told you. It was Manus Vindictae. They broke the peace agreement and launched suicide attacks. They forced their way into the cave.
You and them are equally responsible on this matter. They at least paid with their lives. What about you? You claim that 42's abnormality was caused by the emanation. But how are we to believe that it isn't, in fact, the work of your arcane skills? As we went through your belongings, Miss Vertin, we found a golden sampling device. Enlighten us. What exactly is the Foundation looking for here?
That's...
From the other side of the hall comes a soft chuckle.
Good, Vertin, good. Let the confrontations be louder and the struggles be harder. I wonder what shall come of this.
Silence.
The gavel slams down with a heavy, undeniable thud. The host of the assembly rises to his feet, his face unusually grave.
The debate will end now. Since we were unable to come to an agreement, further discussion is pointless. There are more pressing matters to attend to. This will be the end of the assembly, and my decision will be the final ruling.
Oh, God.
I demand that both parties leave this island at once.
Decision is clear and final. As the number of reconciliation, 6 has been mindful of his use of unilateral authority. Yet, there are no objections this time. It's a fair end deal. It's a fair end deal. No one can discern, well, the people of the island cannot discern who is to blame, the Foundation or the Manus Vindictae. So pushing them both off the island, fair enough. Fair enough. The hall falls into a silence that demands a decision. What to do? Oh, yeah, choose. Oh, shit. Either accept his verdict or we wait for Arcana. Sorry, oh my cats. Oh, my cats. I think we'll accept 6's verdict. It's a fair enough verdict, understandable verdict. The outcome is still acceptable. Things will just go back to square one. Besides the concepts exchanged on the storm and the samples of asymmetrical nuclide are already significant advancements of subsequent research. Hi, Mimi. More importantly, if the schools at Apeiron cannot form an alliance with the Foundation, they must be stopped from joining forces with the enemy instead. This is a chance to take the initiative and avoid being caught in a reactive position. All that's needed is to stand up and nod.
I respectfully accept your verdict.
Agreeing was the easy part. Now comes the real issue. What will she choose to do?
My choice matches that of Vertin's.
Okay, equal, okay. She casually agrees, just as she did when asked to pledge on the stone bangles.
But may I ask for one small doubt to be dispelled? Miss Vertin and I will depart ere long. Do you truly not desirest aid from us?
You're kind to ask, miss. It is true that our circle has been disturbed, but we see it as a mere turbulence of the phenomenal world. He who holds the compass decides the circle. This will not shift the center of our focus, nor change the shape of our beliefs.
You okay, Mimi? Yeah. 6 bends down, laying his hand on 42's forehead.
Medin Hagan.
He's good.
He purged the storm syndrome with an arcane skill. I never thought it would be possible.
The leader straightens up, looking as composed as ever.
The light of intelligence has cleansed 42 of confusion.
It is also what the island needs. The incident will be properly handled, and my ruling stays unchanged.
Of course, Sex.
I expect your words to be matched by actions, Miss Arcana.
His tone is cold, leaving no room for negotiations.
Certainly. It was a fair and just decision. If only one could depart amidst such unfavorable weather. I presume Miss Vertin will also appreciate more time to prepare for the journey. What sayest thou? ...
It is a reasonable request, and her expression is nothing but decent and sincere.
The hourglass empties in 2 hours. Please leave before that.
Okay.
Thank you for your thoughtful consideration.
The decision is met with no further objections from the people. Six puts away the hourglass and looks at the silent audience.
Lastly, I would like to share a story.
Okay.
To conclude today's meeting and respond to Miss Arcana's tale.
I am most honored.
The leader raises his hand and faces the people.
I too have heard the story of the first circle, but in my version, more followed. The first of man were intimidated by the
You okay,
enormity of
man?
nature and constantly tried to defy and escape it.
Cat is being weird. Okay.
Our ancestors, however, had the opposite reaction. They found solace in nature, which welcomed them with a nourishing embrace, sharing its vastness and sublimity without reservation. It was the perfect harmony, the moment the circles ceased to represent confrontation and avoidance. As we bathed in Apollo's illumination and wandered the tranquil shores, our souls resonated, and we were lifted to a higher wisdom. This was how we conquered our fears, emerged from ignorance, and allowed ourselves to indulge on the essence and forms. This was the rise of the classic man. May you all be blessed with the courage for reconciliation, the determination for peace, and the devotion to nature. Qualities no less noble than caution and defiance. You may all leave now.
Thank you, Six.
Please, just a moment.
A clear voice rings across the hall, stopping Six in his tracks. Her robe flutters as she stands up on the high podium.
I will fix our circle. 888 was right. I have enraged a Peron. I am responsible. I will go back to the sacred place, pass its test, and ask it to share the divine light of Gnosis so we can learn the truth about the essence. I will make up for what I've done. I promise.
Six turns around, his eyes meeting the gaze of the determined star.
It has been 300 years since the last challenger had their success in the cave. 37, are you aware that we have other means to cleanse the island, even if you don't bring the matter to a Peron?
Yes, I'm aware.
Then are you aware of the price you will pay should you fail its test?
Yes, I am.
Then you shall have my blessing.
Oh. He leaves, ignoring the murmurs of shock. The gavel is thus brought down. The long debate has finally come to an end. And I think that's a good part to stop at. 3 parts. Yay. Woo! Okay. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Expires. When is this expiring? 6 days to expiration. Okay, that's fine. Ooh. Anyways, yeah. Oh god. There we go.
Would you like to touch the viscera in the balloon?
No. I'm sorry, darling. And that's the man's bulletin. Yeah, we're not doing that. But we will do Gacha. Voyager, my love. Voyager, my love. Motherfucker.
Hi there. I am Monli.
Hey, Monlit. God damn it.
All right, ready to welcome me.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Lisa. Hello.
I'm Dor, an insignificant piece of a mirror. By nature, I'm of no difference to my other 3,587 siblings.
Dor and Kanye would get along very, very well, as you can tell. Oh my god. Okay. I just... Voyager. Yeah, we don't need to buy anymore. We don't need to buy any garments, really. Voyager. Jessica. I have Regulus. I'm just not gonna buy her garment. I don't use Regulus. I have Regulus. I just don't use her. Where is she? Where is Girly? There she is.
Oh, whoa, whoa. Watch out, mate.
I've never used Regulus in my life. Oh, look at these beautiful ladies. And then we have X, Mez, and Poke and Ezra. And Shaman as well. Yes, she is.
Would you like to touch the viscera in the balloon?
Anyway, we're gonna stop
Yes,
here
soft
for today.
Fancy like a jelly.
We're gonna stop here for today. I think that's a good cut-off point. Next week, we'll continue onwards with Reverse 1999 main story. And yeah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.